Hello, I'm going to do a quick little primer on some native aquatic plants. So right here we have forget what this is, like a water spider or orchid, green spider orchid, something like that. Right here this is Abidens laevis. All that we have around here is blue water hyssop. These little blue flowers. Oh, there's one blooming right there. Right here, this is one of the duck potatoes, Sagittaria latifolia. Right here, it's American burrweed. Down here is a type of water grass. I don't remember the name. Oh, and snails are good to have in your little habitat here. Right here is frog's bit. Really awesome. It's a floater. It floats. It's really good. Unlike the dollarweed that you may see in your lawn, this is more of a swamp dollarweed. This one actually floats. Down here, this is your standard normal white water lily, fragrant lily, Nymphea odorata. Right here is pickerelweed, not in bloom right now, surprisingly. Here's Sagittaria lancifolia, another duck potato, just different species. Rushes are always great. They grow as an emergent aquatic plant. They can also grow just in moist areas. Down here, I know you probably can't see it, but that's Nuphar advena. It's called spiderdock. It grows kind of like water lily. Oh, the cool thing about blue water hyssop is that it grows as it can float on the water. It can root down into the water. It can also grow in just moist ground, and it can grow completely submerged in the water like so. And down here there's Nuphar sagittarifolia, which is the long leaf or narrow leaf spiderdock. And yeah. All right down here, one of my favorite aquatics is water shield. It feels nice and soft and slimy down there at the bottom. Over here is various Utricularia or the bladderworts. The floating one is around here somewhere. Snails do like to eat them, so sometimes they'll disappear and then come back. Well, here's fragrant water lily again. Here's that Nuphar advena floating on the surface. Need to get a name for that grass I had there. More frog's bit. Various Ludwigia species. Some are very aquatic, meaning they're submerged. Now, I used to have an American lotus down here, but for some reason I think the snails might have gotten it. There's something in here you might notice. Really good aquatic plant. It's a type of Aleocaris. This one is one that can grow completely submerged. I'll have to find the species name, but it's really awesome. It also grows in very moist places, kind of more sandy, loamy. Oh yeah, before I forget, this is one of the floating hearts. I know it doesn't seem like it's big, but this is the big floating heart. Nymphoides. Yes, Nymphoides aquatica is the name. Yep, there's another one. Man, everything was blooming like yesterday. And believe it or not, Virginia buttonweed is actually a great aquatic plant. It can also grow submerged for a bit of time until it decides it actually wants to surface. Here's some cool little floaters. There's some duckweed in here, and this is actually a liverwort. I forgot its name, but yeah, it's a floating liverwort. I think it's called like heart, fringe heart floating or liverwort. See, this is what's cool about frog's bit. It sends out these like little runners. So frog's bit can grow without having to send its roots down, but sometimes it will send its roots down and then attach. See, this one's attached, but some are not so attached. So they float until they find something to attach to, and then they grow a little bit more like your standard water lily. But they can also form floating mats. On down here is some other cool floating plants. I think the one right here is called wolfspitz. And just to let you know, I vetted out everything. There's absolutely not one non-native in any of this stuff, even the really, really small stuff. In here, there's a bunch of cool stuff. This is it's a member of the carrot family. It's a little bit more rare. I completely forgot what it was, but I will put that detail in the video or in the comments. But these little yellow flowers are some Ludwigia. I don't know if this is a prostrata or whatever, but this one can grow submerged as well for a little bit of time. Prefers very moist to wet environments. And I can't say enough about blue water hyssop. It also has a great smell to it. It's kind of minty, but it's nice. It forms floating mats in a lot of areas I've seen out in the wild. Also, don't forget your emergent plants, and this is an Aleocaris as well. Just never forget your sedges or your sedge-like plants. There's so many graminoids that are just you know, not only like out in the middle of the water, but they're just perfect for making a home for any sort of pond. I love sawgrass, and you know, even just your standard bushy blue stem can grow kind of flooded for a lot of the year, which is pretty amazing. And even your rattlesnake masters, you know, everything but the eucafolia can grow in pretty wet environments, especially Integrifolia and Aquatica. You got things like your you know, your cannas can grow in as an emergent plant, flooded. And you've got American crinum that can grow pretty well. Many of your spider lilies as well. I mean, there's some Rhynchospora species, once again, a type of sedge, that can grow in completely flooded environments year-round, and they're so buoyant. They're great. Don't ever forget to leave out your hornworts and your liverworts. Down there, some liverworts, and all kinds of mosses that can grow along the shore. Really great stuff. Don't forget that many of your plants that grow in really wet environments can grow as a riparian plant, or even in some cases an emergent plant right on the line where they can be flooded. Water can be above their roots or their ground, but eventually they'll want to have it not flooded and stay moist year round. But just, oh yeah, never forget your rushes. Grass leaf rush. Oh, and Asclepias perennis can be flooded year round. I've tested this theory out. An aquatic milkweed, basically. Irises are great for, you know, see how they can grow right there. Blue flag irises. You've got bishopweed, native carrot. Have here some, wow, I'm blanking out. Paltandra virginica. There's also a cool member of something that's related to the duck potatoes. I forget what it's called. Here, more Rhynchospora, great for growing along the edge of a pond. Oh my gosh, before I forget, this is coinwort. It's remember the carrot family as well. It grows very similar to dollarweed, or at least the more aquatic dollarweed. Really awesome. Well, that's it.